I had a question about one of these pages in parameters and results, specifically page 7. So let's go ahead and run through that together as a team. Giving values back. This is the one that we want to look at. Over the last few exercises, you've developed a function that builds a sentence about your favorite thing and then prints the result to the console. Building the sentence and printing it are actually two separate jobs. There could be cases where you want to build the sentence but not print it to the console. You may want to do further work on the sentence displayed on the screen. So write a function that takes the category of a thing and favorite as arguments and returns the string. You should be able to call the function like this. Let sentence equal make favorite category of thing favorite cheese. So we want to make a function that's called make favorite, and it takes in these properties and it returns something. See how they say let sentence equal? That means like this function is sending back a property. The sentence should then have the value my favorite food is cheese. Okay. So let's do this. So first of all, it said make a function. So to make a function, you type func, and then they want the function to read something specific. Make favorite category of thing, excuse me, of type string, comma, and then they wanted to read favorite string, open, close, curly brace. Okay, so here's a function called make favorite. It takes a property category of thing that's just a string. Technically a category should probably be enum, but we'll learn that later. And favorite is a string. Now it doesn't do anything inside of here yet, and it said that it wants us to return a string. So to make it return a string, you got to put this little arrow thing, so dash and that thingy. I don't know what that's called, close bracket, but spiky bracket, whatever it's called, and return a string. Okay, so now we have a function that's returning string. It's going to yell at me because it doesn't actually return anything yet. So the sentence that they want it to return is like this. So I'm just going to copy that if it lets me. Yeah. And then I'm going to put the word return in front of it. Return. And then my favorite food is cheese. So instead of favorite food here, we're going to put category. Because, see, this then corresponds to this inside of this function. And then instead of cheese, we'll put favorite there. So I'm going to do that thing. Wish I knew what these things were called. So slash and parentheses, favorite. So now we're passing category of thing down in here. We're passing favorite down in here. And it's just returning straight away. So now we have a function that returns this string. Let's try to, I'm going to put a period there just for funsies. So let's try to assign that to a new property. So let, I don't know, I'm just going to call it new string for now, equal make favorite. And then for the category of thing, I'm going to say my favorite TV show. And what is it? It's Red Dwarf. It's British sci-fi comedy from the late 90s. It's hilarious. Okay, and now I'm going to print the new string to see if it's working. My TV show is Red Dwarf. So I should probably, see it doesn't read exactly right, so I should probably put my favorite TV show is Red Dwarf. Okay, now let's try to run it again, see if it works. My favorite TV show is Red Dwarf. Perfect. So this, I could call this, instead of new string, I'll call it favorite show. And I'm going to copy and paste this a couple times. Then this one's going to be favorite food. My favorite category of thing is, my favorite food is nachos grande. So now I'm going to print favorite show, print favorite food. Boom. Let me run this. Now, after I get this kind of working the way I expect it to work, I'm going to go look through the instructions again to make sure that I touched on all the things they wanted me to do. So write a function that takes the category of thing and favorite as arguments, returns a string. You should be able to call the function like this. Boom, we are calling it like that. Sentence should now read this. Remember, this is to use, say, a function returns a value. So there you go. I think that's actually kind of working. Experiment, call your function a few times with some different categories. Oh, I just did that above there. Now that you have your results, you can use string interpolation to combine them into self-introductions. So, okay, so here's something else. So now I can do print, my name is Dave and favorite food. Hey, good morning. Good. So here we go. Print my name is Dave. Favorite food is, so let's see how this reads. My name is Dave, and my favorite food is nachos grande. My favorite TV show is Red Dwarf. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so let's just go through this one more time. We've made a function here. The function is like, remember, think of functions like a verb, like an action. In this case, the action is to make your favorite, it's gonna return a string of your favorite something. And it's got a couple properties you pass in, and it returns the string. Don't forget to return the string. And then when we call the function here, it stores the property there. Call the function here, and it stores this property there. Now we can print these just to be sure they're working. They are. I'm going to comment this out so that in the end there's just one thing printing, just for fun. And now you could just take this whole thing, copy it, and down here, instead of favorite food, you could print this whole thing. It's not like quite as eloquent to, it doesn't read very well. So the reason why, it produces the same result. The reason why I do it the other way is just because it's cleaner. It reads a little bit better. I'm storing the property as favorite food just because it's like cleaner. So I store the property there, store the property there. And then in our final print statement, all I have to do is print my name is Dave and favorite food, favorite show. Cool. Hopefully that makes some sense. Hopefully that helps you guys out. And until next time.